This page out of an old wallpaper book has given me an idea. And if you'd like to know what happens with that idea, then carry on watching and all will be revealed. Well, this is going to be an experiment. I love this paper, and I would use it in my collages, but it's obviously somebody else's design, so I don't really want to use it, but I do like the colours that have been used and the pattern. So I'll put that to one side. And what I've done is I've got this. This is one of the stencils that I bought quite a while ago, and I think that would suffice. What I've done is I've just put a small Gelli Plate down, and I've put little marks as to where it's going to sit, and I've anchored down the stencil so that I can get it back in the right place, hopefully. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a layer of bronze down and just get some nice flat background copies. Well, I've just had a trial run, which I won't show you because it wasn't really very good at all. And I've decided to switch out the colours that I chose before and go for, this is Liquitex, Dioxidine Purple and a Magenta. The other colours were a little bit too wishy-washy and didn't really achieve what I wanted. So I'm going to mix these two together. I made plenty this time. The other thing was, the purple that I used before, I was squeezing the last tiny dregs out, so that wouldn't have been very good to continue with that either. So I'm going to try these, just mixing it together, making sure I've got plenty on this time, and I'm going to put a good smearing of it onto the plate. And move everything round. Going to pop this down and try to get this approximately onto where the plate is. And push through. Again, this would be good to do on tissue paper because you'd be able to get a better, more pronounced and sharp result, I feel. But let's see what happens with this, trying to get into all the nooks and crannies. You can just peep underneath to make sure that you've got everything that you need to get before you take it off completely. Okay, that's much more successful. I'm quite happy with that. And I'll just get some tissue. Oh no, I won't. I'll get some. Don't need to get a tissue paper. Just get some wet wipe and just mop these little bits and pieces up, trying to be as quick as I can. And pop this over the top. Okay, so there's the ghost print, which is really pretty. Okay, let's go one more time, but this time I'll put more paint on. I might do it another way round. I might put this on first. Yeah, let's see if the roller works on this. So, it's another example. Obviously there's no ghost print when you do it this way, but I think that's more effective like that. Just do one more, and this time I'll put more of the magenta in. Mix it up with my palette knife. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these little fellas here. Now what I've done is been more dabbing rather than rubbing, because if I rub I'm going to bring up all the very fragile curves in this stencil, so I'm just trying to be very careful. So that's more sharp than using the roller. So what I've found in this experiment is using this little dabber thing it's a makeup brush I believe, is a good idea to use that rather than putting the roller over it. So there we've got a few examples. I quite like the ghost print. I think that is very, very nice. So those are the ones that I've done with the bronze on the bottom first. So let's switch it over and try putting the purple on first. So what I've done is I've done 4 purple backgrounds like I showed you before, and what I'm going to do now is to do the same exercise again, but this time using the bronze. So there's the first 2, and I think this one is gorgeous. If I'd have cleaned this area up a little bit better, but yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased. Let's try it this way now, like I did before. Well, I'm really sorry folks, until I edit this video I don't know how much you missed, but what I did, if the battery ran out and you didn't see what I did, I just did some more purple backgrounds, and I've produced this by using the roller and just rolling over the top of the stencil, but hopefully I've caught that before the battery died. So let's just go again. This is exactly the same as what I've just done, but I'm going to use the little brushy thing instead of the roller. A couple of things. The first brushy thing that I use, I've just put in some solution to just get rid of the acrylic paint so it doesn't ruin the tiny brush. I'm using this to one side just to mix some paint onto it. On this side here I've got my large gel plate, and I've just created a huge purple background which I'll use later. So nothing too much wasted at the moment. I'm going to put this on here so I can dab from it if anything actually wants to come out. It takes a bit of persuading. There it is. And just carefully going over like I did before. What have I done? I've done the purple instead of the bronze, but never mind. Never mind. So after making a silly mistake, I've just put a piece of this watercolour paper underneath, and I'm just trying to get the excess purple paint off the stencil before I carry on. I don't know. That's okay. Quite like that. See, these accidents happen, and when they do, you have to make the most of them. And then you learn to pay attention to what you're doing and not get into a silly frenzy and not think about what you're doing next. So, I'd like to say lesson learned, but you can bet your bottom dollar that I will probably do it again in the very near future. Hey ho. I like that. Okay, so shall we go again and try and do it better this time? I don't know. Let's pop some of this on. Am I doing it right? Thinking? Yes, oops. I'm doing it right this time, she said. Got so carried away last time. This might pick up a little bit of the purple, but never mind. Still have to be careful not to press or scrub too much. So, we have these. This was put on with the little brushy thing. This was put on with the roller. I'm going to write this down. I put brush, roller, and I'm going to put purple first. We have these two here. We have these two here. And we have all these. So let me just clear all this mess up and then we'll do a review of what's happened today, even with the disastrous mistake that I just made. So let's review what I've done today. Well, I've taken this as, well, a kind of an inspiration, and I found a stencil that was similar, and I did some experiments and produced these lovely textured prints. I think I like the ghost prints the best, but this is by putting the bronze down first and then the dioxidine purple over the top. So we have those there. I also did some by putting the purple down first and got these different prints, and again I feel that the ghost prints are my favourite. I also fouled up Big Styly and put the wrong colour down when I should have been putting bronze. I think you'll see that if you watch the video all the way through. And what I did was I just put the stencil down and then just rubbed over with a baby wipe just to get the purple off the stencil, and I produced this, which I think is really lovely. So that was great. And then when I'd finished with the bronze, I did the same thing. I just got the stencil and rubbed through it with some bronze paint that was left over and just got this pattern just on white copy paper. The other thing that I did, which I didn't film, is I was using up some white, and I've used one of my backgrounds and just used the same stencil and made these patterns. This is on my background textured papers. These are available on my website, and the textured paper that I used is this one here, number 2. So I used this, and I've put the stencil on and just used some titanium white on top of it, and again I rather like that, so you don't have to be bothered about making your own textured backgrounds. I've done them for you, and if you want to know more about these backgrounds, then I'll leave a link to it on my description below. So that was today's experiment. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I got inspired by some wallpaper, and I've got some really rather nice papers for me to do something with in my collage book, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to do lots of lovely things with them. So if you've enjoyed watching this video, and if you think you get something out of it, then please subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope to see you again next time. So thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye bye.